Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Full Purpose and Heart, and my name is Kaylin, and this is another one of my update videos for our homeschool life and how things are going in our homeschool journey. I've been doing these update videos for 4 years now since we started homeschool, and it's just been a really fun memory for me to be able to go back and see what works and what didn't, and how did I do that when we did it before. So it's kind of a fun memory for me, and I also hope that in sharing this journey with you, you get some ideas or some resources or some encouragement for you in your homeschool life. So anyway, we are in week 27 now, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, now as with all of my update videos, down at the description box below, I will put a timestamp when I will start talking about my 4-year-old's curriculum. So if you're here for that, then check the timestamp and you can jump over to that. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with my son. He is in 2nd grade. Most of his curriculum is the same, but I have added a couple of new things. So let's go ahead and start with him. First and foremost is his scripture study or his Bible study. Right now in our church, we are studying the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ. And it has been just really fun to be able to dive into this curriculum with my son as he is turning 8 this year and will have the opportunity to choose to be baptized. So I follow the Redheaded Hostess on Instagram. And if you haven't followed her, do that. She creates some amazing supplemental materials for the study that we go through with Come Follow Me. And as a follower, she's been doing a lot of giveaways, and I happened to win one of her giveaways. So this is a shout out to the Redheaded Hostess and her giveaway that she provided on Instagram. As a part of that giveaway, I got this book. It's the Book of Mormon study guide for kids and youth. And she actually intended this to be someone in about the 2nd grade. So we've been doing this together. We've just barely started, but I've added this to his scripture time, and we try to do it every day. We haven't been great at doing it every day, but it's just a really fun additive. I'll just show you a couple of pages here. You'll want to go over to her website, check the description box below, and she can, she's got all of her goods there. But it's just a really great kind of breakdown of the chapters. And I'm actually reading this. We're not reading the actual Book of Mormon. We're reading the kids, like the children's version that the church puts out. I should show it to you, but I don't know where it is. It's right here. Oh, it's holding up my camera. So I can't show it to you, but it's just the children's version of it. So we go through the story and then we've been filling these out. And that seems to be working pretty good for now. I've actually considered kind of setting this aside a little bit until we start 3rd grade. But we're doing it right now. So if you have an older student, then this is definitely something that you're going to want to pick up and let them study. Whether or not the church is studying the Book of Mormon, this is a fantastic resource. And I wouldn't be surprised, don't quote me on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does this for the Old Testament and the New Testament as the years move forward. So we'll see, hopefully, right? Okay, so that's something new for him. His math is the same. Guys, we've been doing Horizon since we started homeschool 4 years ago, and I still love it. I've just barely started putting together our curriculum for the upcoming school year, and on the top of my math list is Horizons level 3. I've never had a problem with it. It's always been really super, the pace is great. The information is great. The size of the font is great. The length of the lesson is great. I have not ever had a negative feeling about Horizons math. So if you are brand new to homeschooling and you're looking into something, I would highly recommend you put Horizons math on your look at it list so that you can kind of see if it's something that fits the bill for what it is that you're looking for. It's great stuff. And a disclaimer, we've never used anything else. So we don't, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So I've never had to use another curriculum because I've just been so satisfied with Horizons. So there's a little shameless plug for you there on the Horizons side. English, we are still doing BJU Press. Guys, I I just give them all the credit and all the fame. If you have watched our channel before, you know that we had a super rough English run with English, both our kindergarten year, our first grade year, we basically didn't do any formal English curriculum. So I knew I needed to pick up something. I paid the extra money to have the distance learning, and it has just been so great. I've never had to worry about whether or not my student is getting the work that he needs to get done. Right now we're writing instructional paragraphs, and he, just in this particular chapter, he wrote 2 different paragraphs about, 2 different subjects. So anyway, I just give them 5 stars. They've been amazing. The downside is they are costly. And so I'm debating whether or not we're gonna do it distance learning next year, or if I'm just gonna get the teacher's manual and teach it myself next year, or if we're gonna kind of move in a different direction. So anyway, English is definitely kind of something that I'm doing a lot of pondering on, a lot of prayer, a lot of research for next year, because I've been so pleased with what we're doing right now. I need to figure out the path for next year. So all good things with that. History, my favorite subject. If you're new to my channel, I was a history teacher in public school for 10 years. And so it's still near and dear to my heart. I love it so much. And so we have been doing BJU Press, but not distance learning. I'm actually teaching it to my kiddo, and we are in the level 2 book. So we just started the colonies, and I just love it so much. Like, I feel a little silly and goofy how much I love it. But I showed my Instagram audience, so if you're not following me on Instagram, head over there. But I made this fun little resource. I'm calling it a brown bag book. I don't know. And I think that I saw an idea of somebody did something like this for another subject on Teachers Pay Teachers. So I just duplicated it and made it for the subject I was teaching, which is the New England colonies. And let's be honest, this is supposed to be this way, but he's in 2nd grade, so he put it on this way. But the premise of this book, and it's so cute, like each of these little pages, so you get 2 brown paper lunch sacks. Let me open these up here so you can see. Okay, so this is just a lunch sack, right? You get 2 of them and you folded them in half. And then on the first one, you don't do anything because that's your cover, so it's still sealed on the bottom here. But on the second one, you cut it up and you make these cute little pockets. Ah, they're so cute, right? So each one has a little pocket, and inside we have these little like fact sheets that go with each of them. Let me open this last one here. Oh, that's the cover. Okay, here's the last one. So you have 3 fact sheets because you only have 2 books. I guess you could make it as long as or as big as you want, right? And have more pockets. But I have the states. So this was just for the New England colonies. So I made the states on the first one. The second one here is families and life. And then the third one was education. And then inside each one, we'll look at families and life. Inside each one, I have these like cute little fact sheets. So we read about church and how like the church was important. This is the natural resources that were in the New England colonies. And then this is the difference between fathers and mothers and what they kind of did. So anyway, then you finish these. You can do that just by reading the paragraph or whatever resource or curriculum that you have. And then you just tuck those in, and it creates this nice little keepsake that then you can look back on, or you can have. Oh, it was so cute. So I am putting these up on my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. Depending on when you watch this video, but it will be up there very shortly. So hopefully it's there when you watch this video, and you can grab this resource. I've only done it for the New England colonies. I have debated doing it for the other colonies. I just haven't yet because I felt like the same resource more than once it's no longer fun after that. But then this was a resource that I got on Teachers Pay Teachers. Check that description box below. I will make sure to get it to you, but this is hearttoheartteaching.com. And she created these giant like mats, I think she called them. I think she called them New England, or she called them like colonies mats maybe. But it's an 11 by 17 sheet of paper, and we did this as a review. So first I read out of Heritage Studies, the actual text that came from the book. As I read it to my kiddo, he filled out all the answers on his facts sheet. We did 1 page per day. So first we did what each of the states were. We actually had to look up on the internet, which is not bad, right? Because you teach some research skills. But one of the things on my deal was what year was the colony founded or started, and that wasn't in the text that I read, so we had to look it up on the internet. So we did one of these pages a day, and so that took us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because there's 3 of them. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can count. Anyway, and then we did this one at the end of the week. I think we might have done this on Friday and had like a half day in between or something. But this was just a review. My kiddo loves to color, so we had fun doing that. And then we just reviewed all the things that we learned that week. We did all of the New England colonies in 1 week. So it was just super great, a really good introduction. And for a 2nd grader, I felt like it covered exactly what we needed to cover. So now we're moving on to the middle colonies. This was such a great program. I might just duplicate it and do it again. This resource does have all 3, the New England, the middle, and the southern colonies in the purchase. So I have those, and I'm planning on using those. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do the actual teaching part of it. But I love it when a good history lesson goes so well. So that's been really great. Can I just throw in for 2 seconds here? Science is not happening. We're going to. I know, how many times do I say that? But we are going to do Pompeii starting next week on whatever date it is next week. So I will have some stuff about Pompeii, and we will integrate some science into that. And hold your horses, I know, but I'm going to start the Good and the Beautiful Health unit, their science unit. I purchased this way at the beginning of 1st grade, and along with their science unit. Many of you have seen my science unit and the science journal that I went along with it. Thank you for downloading that. That's such a great support for me, and I appreciate that. But I just had such a struggle with science, I never picked up the health unit. But it's on the calendar for next month for April, so look out for that. Here we go, right? Anyway, so science is not really happening. We are doing art, so I'll throw this in here really quick. I have it on the floor somewhere right here. Okay, so some of you have asked for a specific updated review of this book, so I'll try and see if I can get that in the lineup coming up. But we have been doing this How to Teach Art to Children. Again, description box below for a quick link for you there. This is an Evan Moor product, and I have loved it. Like, can I emphasize that enough? I have no idea where to even begin with art other than like typing into Pinterest whatever subject or holiday or whatever it is, and then duplicating what I see in those pictures, which has been super fun. I did that for all of the years I taught preschool. It's been amazing, and it's a really fun way to go. But as far as teaching art, I had no idea where to begin. Guys, if you don't know where to start, get this book because it is so amazing. So we've only done the 1st unit, which is lines. Copy this page, follow the 5 steps here. There are 7, right? And do it with your kiddo. It'll show you, it teaches your kids about what lines are. Page 2, cut up some construction paper. We had some extra large 11 by 17 pieces of paper. It's over there. I would grab it and show you the example that we did. And all you do is you follow the step-by-step guide. Like, they could not make this any easier. And it's so fun to be able to do it with your student. Like, have an art lesson and just get some brownies or cookies or whatever. Be like, hey, we're having an art day. And it's so fun. Guys, they lay it out so easy for you. Can I give this 3 thumbs up? If I could, I would, okay? This is another Evan Moor product. Check the description box below. 2 more things that I've added to my son's boxes. So number 1, this is deductive thinking skills. I was recommended this from, I can't remember. She just changed her channel name. It was Full-Time Wife Life, but she just changed her channel name and I'm forgetting what it is. I'm so sorry, Abby. But anyway, she does this with her kids, and they're just these fun like puzzles. And I love these puzzles personally as an adult, so I was super excited to get my kiddo started on this. So I put this in his first box of the day. So in the morning when I'm like, okay guys, let's start school, and I'm still like finishing a load of laundry, or I'm wrapping up, cleaning up breakfast or whatever, I'm like, okay, go upstairs, like let's get started. The little ones start reading their books, and I got this one for my 2nd grader. and I got this one for my 4-year-old. So this is an Evan Moor book, Never Bored, and I'll show you that here in a minute when I talk about her. But these are just these fun like little mind benders, and they're super, super easy. Just a really great introduction, and you know, he's done many of them, but it's just kind of a fun way to start, like kind of get your brain exercised and started in the morning. So I added that. And another resource that I just got my hands on, but I haven't actually started yet, is math centers. So I just gave you like this huge praise about Horizons. I still love it. I love everything about it. But I wanted to have something that he could do, just kind of get his hands on while I was working with math with my younger students. So I have a 2-year-old that is in the room with us, and so I'm beginning to kind of incorporate him and give him some time. And in that time, I also like to work with my daughter, but I didn't want my son to be doing preschool math while we were doing that, but I wanted to give him something hands-on. So I just grabbed this resource. Again, we haven't started using it yet, but these are just the Take to Your Seat math centers for level 2 or grade 2. And they're just, I have to build it, right? So you get a file folder and you put all of the pieces. I'm trying to find like a picture of what it looks like. Here we go. So you get a file folder. You can kind of see the manila folder in the background here. You paste the cover on the top, and then all of these extra pieces you slide inside, and it gives your student some kind of hands-on practice with different math skills. So I grabbed this. We're going to start these in the next couple weeks. Stay tuned and I'll let you know how that goes. Okay. That wraps up 2nd grade. So I'm going to give you a quick review of what I'm doing with my 4-year-old. Hers is not quite as long as my 2nd grader, as a lot of her stuff is kind of the same. But number 1, so part of her handwriting. So in her handwriting drawer, we do these drawer systems. I've said that before in a previous video. In her handwriting drawer, she also has this book. This is the Smart Start Read and Write, and it's from Evan Moor. She finished the kindergarten level back during the 1st semester of our school year, and now starting the 2nd semester, she's in the 1st grade level. I want to warn you or let you know that don't let that number shock you and think she is 4 and you're giving her grade 1 work. It really has flowed so nicely with the curriculum that we've picked up. We started the Good and the Beautiful level K in January. She had 2 years of preschool before that. And so she really has been in a great place to do this book. So it's set up the same way as the kindergarten level, but there's just more reading involved, whereas the level kindergarten is just letter sounds. So I read this story to her, and then she will read these 6 words, and then we color the page together. And then the rest of it is just kind of activities, different spelling activities, sound recognition activities, and then she reads the sentence, and then I have her write the sentence. Yeah, she's 4, so we've got a long way to go in handwriting, but it's really great practice with her reading and her writing, and she loves doing it. In the back of the book, tons of stickers, so she likes to grab those stickers and put them on pages that she feels proud of or whatever. I don't give her a sticker every day. She just kind of does it when she wants to. So I wanted to give a little shout out for this. Again, check that description box below if you're looking for this resource. I'll give you a convenient link for that. I have started her on the Never Bored book. And we don't do this just during school time. It's always out and available for her. And she really does enjoy doing it. And again, this is just like all kinds of practice. There's math, there's reading, there are colors and spelling. There's some cut and paste going on. So she just, and I don't like necessarily have her start with page 1 and go chronologically. She just opens the book and is like, this is what I want to do today. So this has been a really, really fun resource for her to have just on the side. So if you have a young student or a young learner, or if it's summertime and you're looking for a good summertime book, these are really, really good. We are doing the Good and the Beautiful, like I mentioned before, for her language curriculum. We really only have 2 subjects that we do, math, which is Horizons level K. Again, all the good feelings about Horizons. That's been so good for her. And then we also are doing the Good and the Beautiful. And I'm going to have a video up here probably next week that's going to have that review for you of the pros and kind of showing you what it's like and some cons that I feel like it has and all that kind of good stuff. So check out that video coming up down the pipeline and all that good stuff. Anyway, so that's how things are going. Homeschool is still really great. We are finishing up our year. Things have actually moved. I kind of looked at my calendar just recently and I was like, oh my gosh, we're almost done. We have like 10 weeks left. So in fact, I think we have 8 weeks left or something. I can't remember now, but I was surprised that we're down to single digits and we're kind of finishing up our year. Whether or not we finish the actual books and the curriculum that I've picked, I don't know yet, because I feel like sometimes, at the beginning of the year, I didn't think we were going to finish, but now we might get close to it. So you'll have to stay tuned to see kind of how the ship sails and what happens in the end. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found some good nuggets or some kind of inspiration as to what you can implement into your homeschool life. And if not, there's always the entertainment value that I hope you find something fun just to hear how things are going over here. Thanks so much for following along. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not yet done so. I have lots of curriculum reviews, lots of these, our homeschool life videos, just to kind of track how things are going on our side of the mountain. So anyway, hope to talk to you guys in my next video, and we'll catch you later.